Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's quite chilly out today. I can feel the draft coming in through my window, which really sucks. But today I thought I would do a cozy little book haul. This is my small little book haul for the month. I call it small, but it's kind of not small. I don't usually read a whole lot of YA, but I've just kind of been in the mood for something like quick, cozy, and easy to read. So a lot of these are YA oriented. Some of these are special editions I found on eBay for quite cheap that I decided to pick up. And it's just kind of not necessarily high. Well, some of them are high fantasy. Okay, I'm lying to myself. It's a mostly fantasy haul. But let's not ramble anymore. I do that a lot. So let's just kind of get into the haul. So the first two I got is Legends and Lattes, and I got the second edition as well, which is the Bookshops and Bone Dust. I've heard great things about this series, and I kind of kept bypassing it. I've seen it at like Target and Walmart, but I saw someone selling them for both for only 20 bucks, so I decided to pick them up. I did flip through like the first couple pages on this one, and I think I'm really going to enjoy it. The synopsis of this series is basically an orc who decides to retire. She's tired of the life of adventuring, and so she decides to open a coffee shop because she went to a foreign country and they had coffee and she really enjoyed it, and she's not quite sure how this is going to work out because the land she lives in hasn't heard of coffee before. Since it's a foreign thing, they've never heard of it, they don't know what that is, so she is unsure how well that is going to work out. And I'm just kind of excited for this series because it's very laid back. It's not about it's one of those books where it's not about the journey, it's about the people you meet along the way. And so I'm kind of excited to see this because it's kind of just about the characters that come into the tavern and their backstories, and I just feel like that's going to be a really interesting read. The next one I've got is A Letter to the Luminous Deep. This came from the Legends and Caffeine box. I did start reading this a little bit. You can see the writing style for this is quite unique. This is an adult, I believe this is an adult one. I can't imagine teenagers being interested in this, but it's basically it's it's a story that's told through letters and messages, and it's kind of like it's like 20 Leagues Under the Sea, but with letters, and it has a romance to it, and it's basically about this marine biologist, and they're bonding over the discovery of like I think it was a fish. It was like a yeah, I think it was a fish. They had like a little drawing of it in the front. Yeah, cute little fish. It's kind of interesting. It definitely has like this old like Victorian romanticized kind of writing style to it. So I'm gonna see. It's interesting so far, but I feel like the way everything is wording or worded might get a little tiring real fast. But I am excited to kind of get more into this just because the writing idea of it is fairly unique. I haven't really heard anyone talk about or seen another book that's quite written like that. The next one we got is We Hunt the Flame. This one is, I believe, is quite popular. I'm not sure. I don't keep up with what is and isn't popular. It's just kind of a generic fantasy, but like the cover is really nice on it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember the synopsises for half of these, and I kind of just don't want to try and read them right now. Otherwise, this video will take forever. The next one I got is the There's a wolf for a spell, and I just love the cover art on it. I believe this is actually a middle grade book, but everyone on Goodreads gave this like a 4-star review, so it's got to be pretty good for a kid's book. This one I believe is based on like old folklore, and I believe it's based a lot off of like the Baba Yaga fairy tales and stuff, so that caught my interest and I'm excited to read this. The next one I got is Among the Briar, or the, oh my gosh, I read that title backwards somehow. Among the Beasts and Briars. I have started reading this one already, and I really quite like this. It's really interesting so far, and I really like the way they like started the book. It's kind of like a flashback, and it gives you all the world building you need to know about, and is important in that flashback. And this story is basically about how only the royals in this medieval fantasy kingdom can wield magic, and usually magic by anyone else is seen as a curse, and you can get magic incidentally from like these forest creatures in the forest. And it's really interesting concept. Like they have what's called ancients, which is like lost people that get cursed by magic, and they turn into these beasts, and they're just kind of doomed to roam around in the forest. And it's really interesting so far, and I'm really excited to keep reading this one. I hope it ends the way it started. I'm not sure if this one's a series or not, but so far I'm liking it. The next one I got is Snow and Rose. This is also a middle grade one that was very highly rated, so I'm excited to read this one as well. I believe someone said this was like a Snow White retelling, so that's going to be interesting. I don't usually like fairy tale retellings. I don't really feel like they're that great, but I feel like this one might be good. It has like really cute art and imageries in it. I just flipped past one. Where is it? There it is. It's got that nice, cozy, like folklore vibes to it. So I'm excited to read this, and it looks like it's going to be a quick read. I did get this secondhand for only $4, but like, my god, the seller listed this as good condition, and when I got it, it had like weird sticky shit all over the back, and I swear to god someone must have spilled like soda or syrup all over it, and they just for some reason didn't clean it off or try to remove it or anything. And you definitely could with the way this cover is. It's definitely like laminated plastic. So I kind of tried to wipe it down, but it still has like sticky spots. It's driving me crazy. Like I feel like I can't complain because it's only $4, but like who the fuck does that? Who does that? Who sends someone a book like that? That's rude. Anyway, the next one I got is The Poison Season. I believe this one is also similar to Beasts and Briars. It's basically like a magic forest, out to kill people kind of vibes. This one I've been excited to read, and this is A Far Wilder Magic. I've heard good things about this. Usually I'm not a huge fan of romances, but I think this one's going to be cute. This was like $20 on Barnes & Noble, and I found it for $4 off eBay, and I was expecting it to just be like really dented up and looking like crap because they only had a stock photo for it, but it's actually like brand new, and it has like really nice end covers and stuff, even though it's not really showing up on the video, which kind of sucks. Oh my gosh, I hate dust jackets. I hate them so much. They they just slide off and never want to stay. But yeah, this is one I actually won on one of the Goodreads giveaways, and this is Rules for Breaking. This is basically about two kids in, I think it's high school, and they go on like a road trip together, and they're not really fond of each other, but they kind of learn to grow to like each other along the way. I haven't really started this one yet. I don't know if I will. After I got it, I read the reviews and heard very mediocre things about it. So now I'm not really sure if I want to invest the time in it, but since it's a YA, I think it will be quick to get through. Fucking dust jackets. I don't know. We'll see. And this one is an adult novel. This is Song of the Summer King. Unfortunately, this one suffered from the "it's in great condition." Definitely not. It's like all the corners are bent. It's got like stains on the side of it. But again, I can't complain. It's like $4 or $5. But I love griffins. They're my favorite mystical creature. So anytime I see a fantasy book about griffins, I have to buy them. And this one seems really interesting because this one is actually from the perspective of the griffin, and they have like their own society and hierarchy. It kind of reminds me of like the Anne McGaffrey Dragon Societies, but with griffins. So I'm excited to pick up and read this. And last but not least, I have a few manga. I saw someone selling these for only $25 on eBay, and this was a series I've been wanting to read for a long time. And this is In the Land of Lundale. I got volumes 1, 2, and 3. I believe this is an isekai, but I'm not quite sure. It's one of those where it's like she dies and she gets reincarnated in this fantasy world. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of isekai, but there are a couple series I like, and this one was one I was wanting to read. And so I'm excited to sit down and read these because they give very soft fantasy, easy to read, chill kind of vibes. I've been reading a lot of shonen lately, and I'm just kind of burned out on them. I want something kind of more relaxing to read, and this reminds me of oh my gosh, I can never pronounce the name of it right. It's called Furin, that popular anime slash manga about the elf and like her journey outside of her party group and stuff. It feels similar to that, so that's kind of why I've been wanting to read this series. So that's just my little monthly haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of any of these books, if you've read them, if you haven't, if there's any you would like to see talked about or reviewed, any you think I must read right away. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for coming, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.